Warning, the new financial system is here, and most people are not ready. In today's video, I'm going to break down how Jerome Powell being subpoenaed to court is much deeper than we actually think. I'm going to break down my own opinion, do your own research. I'm only ever going to share with you with authenticity exactly what I'm doing. My goal is to empower people to develop financial literacy. We don't need stimulus checks. We need financial literacy. If you give $1 million to every person in society, it'll end up in the same 1%'s hands. Why? Financial literacy. We don't need stimulus, we need literacy. Jim Rohn. Here's the key factor is that our attention span is like 15 seconds. And most people won't make it past 30 seconds on this video. So if you did, you're probably the generational shifter in your family, just like I am. So I want to teach you and educate you what money actually is. Before 1907, listen to me, this is really important. Money was rooted in reality. Gold, silver, land, your labor was traded for reality. If you labored, you got paid in equipment, land, gold, silver. We owned stuff. But after 1913, our money became completely detached from reality. We got indoctrinated into a monetary debt-based system where the only way for the economy to expand is through debt expansion. Now, because we don't understand and we're not taught at school what money is, and that we're taught to trade time for money, and the only way to make more money is to give up more time, and that money we're paid in is actually debt. When we put our debt in the bank, they bank it up, they dam it up, and then they lend it out to make it current. Banks make money in three ways: interest income, fee income, and capital markets income. So they take our money, which is debt, and they monetize that debt. It's a Ponzi scheme. It happens over and over and over again. Well, the issue was this worked until it didn't. Our grandparents got destroyed in the Great Depression, and that created fear. Then we went into World War II, and then the middle class. Middle class is a new concept, was engineered. The middle class was developed because our grandparents went through the Great Depression and they were scared. They didn't want to go through that again. They didn't want to lose everything. So it was packaged up in monetizing or subsidizing mortgages, 30-year mortgages, the picket fence, pensions, safety. So they traded safety for monetary enslavement. They would go to a bank, and instead of reality of owning their home, they would mortgage their home and buy a home they couldn't afford within the current reality, taking away from their future self, which is what we all do. So they'd borrow and buy a home that they can't afford because they can afford the payment, not knowing that that interest is taken away from their future self because the monetary system and the feds can print money and they deflate our dollar. So our dollar is losing value. We're monetizing our debt with interest. And so we're getting poor